What's up, guys? Welcome back to another trading recap video. Today I'm going to be going over all the confluences I used in the trade I took today, what led me to take this trade, the mental processes I used, and then at the end of the video I'm also going to be going over how I'm going to be trading next week, since today is Friday and next week is the last week of the month. To start off, let's get into it. So coming into today, the very first thing that I saw was we had this 1 hour bullish SMT divergence. It was created pre-market, as you can see, and right as market opened, we pushed up on Nasdaq, swept this first high, but didn't sweep this high. In order for this SMT divergence to be completed, we need to sweep this high right here. That high didn't get swept yet, but we still made another SMT divergence from this high up to this high, and then this high down to this high, which led me to be bearish at first, and I'll get to that later, but at first I was bearish. We ended up breaking beneath the 79% extension, which I have marked out right here. If I do the tool, you can obviously see it. I did that backwards, my bad. From here up to here. There you go. 79%, we broke below. Boom. That's step one finished. Step two, we needed this retrace right here to be made. It was made. That's great. However, when this happened, I was watching ES, and I was like, yo, ES is obviously the leading index on this because it's leading on this bearish S&T divergence. Even though we already had this, I was kind of disregarding this since it got like halfway completed due to this high. But I was watching ES. I scaled down to the 1 minute, and what I saw was a break of structure right here on this candle. However, it was at 8:47, which is before the time I want to be entering. The time I want to be entering is between 8:50 and 9:10. That is the perfect time to be entering. Really towards 9:20, 9:10 to 9:20, you can catch some good entries too. But I saw that and I was like, yo, hold on. What happened to me a week ago? I entered too early and I got taken out. I entered whenever we were still manipulating. I didn't wait for that distribution time frame. So today, we actually ended up having, after all that happened, I stayed out of it. I was like, no, I'm not going to take this. It doesn't look good enough. Even though we had all of these draws on liquidity to the downside. We had these here, all of these. That's a low, that's a low, that's a low. These are lows. All of those were very good draws on liquidity, but I did not want to trade a trade that I didn't believe was 100% worth it. I used strong conviction that just wasn't the moment for me. I was going to wait. And I was right today. Because what happened? We go on the 1 minute. We can see directly after that, if I would have entered, I would have been freaking wrecked by this line of bullish candles. How many? That's like 15 bullish candles in a row. Whenever this happened, I was like, okay, now I can sort of more respect this, or this SMT divergence right here got completed once we took out these highs, right? So we took those highs out, boom, on to the next thing. Now, since we're super bullish, let me find my chart, hold on. Since we're super bullish now, I only had one option, and that was to trade to the upside. I didn't really want to take a trade, but at this point in the market, it was about 9 o'clock. News had already come out. We had, where's it at? We had Flash Manufacturing PMI and Flash Services PMI at 8:45. That came out down here, and we were up here now. So I'm sitting there thinking, and I'm like, okay, well, obviously trading all the way down to these lows, that's not where we want to go, because if we wanted to go there, we would have not made this massive move up. We would have continued to be bearish. So because we're moving up, that leads me to believe that all of these highs that are stacked up right here, Asian session highs, what are these? 5-minute highs, and then previous day highs, those were going to get taken out. So, what did I need to see to enter? 5-minute retrace. Guess what? We got our 5-minute retrace. No, it did not retrace into equilibrium, but it retraced into this 5-minute fair value gap. Perfect. So I scaled down to the 1 minute, and I waited. We got that 1 minute break of structure to the downside. Now, all I needed to see was reconfirmation to the upside. We got that on this candle right here, right there. I entered. I put my stop underneath here, which is actually the 5-minute low right here. And the reason behind that stop loss right there was a lot of times if you put your stop right on the lows like that, price will end up taking it out. But if you put it a couple points below, you have a better chance of surviving the trade. And you can see that worked out perfectly in my favor today. Because what happened? We got the inverse fair value gap right here. Here, I'll mark it out so you can see it better. I traded off this inverse fair value gap right there. Entered off of that bullish candle. Boom, what does price do? Immediately come down. Take out this low right here. If I would have placed my stop loss below that low, I would have lost the trade. I would have been wrecked. I would have been down even more on the month. But I didn't want to be down more on the month, so I stuck to my rules. I put my stop loss like a couple ticks lower, and then I let the trade play out. Pretty much immediately, we freaking ripped up, took out these highs. At that point, I removed 2/3 of my position, and I wanted to let some runners run so that I could win back some of my losses. Unfortunately, I didn't end up taking any extra profits up here, and we got stopped out at break even. But it was still a W day. Looking back on it, there were a couple of things I could have done differently. Number one, these runners that I left, I was taking profits at points that I probably shouldn't have been taking profits at. I was taking profits at the top, or no, this I marked on later. But originally, I wanted to take profits at these 4-hour highs and these 4-hour highs. I realized that making a move like that is completely unrealistic. Like, how were we going to move freaking 282 points? That was not going to happen after we had already passed our distribution time frame and had already gone into the slower market movement that happens around 9:30 Eastern time, 8:30 my time zone. So I realized that I made a mistake there. I should have taken a profit at the top of this 4-hour gap. It is what it is. Checking our profits on the day, we secured 306. That puts us down 750 on the month. I feel like this month has just been going back and forth. Like week 1, I was down 700, then I made it back, then I went back down more, and now I'm making it back. Hopefully, going into next week, we can actually secure some freaking big W's instead of these small, freaking tiny little wins. Hopefully, we get a couple $1,000 trades in and come out of this month on top, because like we're pretty close. One trade and we're back there. Like today, I should have been break even on the month, but it is what it is. You can't really be mad at yourself after the fact. You can only focus on what's in front of you. But speaking of what's in front of us, next week, we have basically no news on Monday, or we have news on Monday, but it's low impact, so we will be trading. Tuesday, we have more news, so Tuesday is a good trading day. However, you want to be careful on Tuesday because on Wednesday, we have FOMC coming out. The day before FOMC, it's going to be very, very choppy. You're probably not going to find setups. So if there's nothing that just screams your name on Tuesday, don't take it. Thursday, amazing trading day, unemployment claims. I hopefully can bank on that. Yesterday, we had unemployment claims and I lost, so I'm going to get my get back next week. But we'll see what happens. And then Friday, PPI. I won. I took a trade on PPI. What was that? It was this trade. On the 14th, I took that trade on PPI, and I won. So hopefully I can win next Friday on PPI, and hopefully we can come out of this month profitable. And, yeah. Overall, good day. I took a dub. I could have made more money, but it is what it is. Doesn't matter. Um, on the other hand, silver hit $100 today. This is crazy. I made a short form video about this probably a month or 2 months ago. I can actually pull up the price range that I made it in. Yeah, down here. I said we made this little retrace and then we broke above it, and literally like I marked out this candle. This, like, I was right here super bullish. I told you guys to buy. I said it was an opportunity, and guess what? It freaking doubled. It's up how much? It's up 90% since then. If you would have put your money in there, you would have made 90%. Um, but yeah, that's just a little side note. $103 is crazy. This is an unbelievable run. We'll see if we can keep pushing higher. I've already sold some. I'm holding on to a little more. We'll see what happens. But yeah, today, good trading day. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know down below. Or reach out to me on my DMs on Instagram. They're open. I'm going to try and help you guys as much as I can through those. Just message me, bro. I'm open. If you're young, trying to be successful, trying to learn how to day trade, trying to learn how to improve yourself, I'm the dude to talk to. I've been through it all. I've been doing this shit for 3 years. But yeah, hope you guys are crushing it. Don't give in. Don't do anything dumb this weekend. Keep working hard, and we'll get back to it next week. I'll see you guys later.